Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is my monthly installment of The Struggle is Real. And in my monthly series, The Struggle is Real, I actually talk about, and it's a little bit behind the scenes of me creating my business. One of the things that I wish more entrepreneurs do, especially in the online space, is at the very beginning, when we are working and trying to get everything off the ground, we are not worried about trying to document our journey. So what I kind of want to do is kind of document it and talk about the struggles that I have, how I'm going to correct the struggles, and maybe even sort of some of the wins that I have as well. So if you haven't seen, I do have one on with my coach. I talked about one a little while back. But today I want to talk to you about content planning. This is my monster, I guess. We'll call it my monster, I guess we'll say, right? It is my least favorite thing to do. I don't know why, it just is. And I think it's because when we listen to social media and we're looking, and it's not necessarily comparing myself to others, even though I do get into that rabbit hole sometimes. But I think it's more of the fact of you have to post this many times a day, you have to record this many videos, you have to promote yourself 50 times a day, and blah, 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 blah. And it seems and can be overwhelming, and you're just like, you know what? I don't want to do it. And you know what I do? I procrastinate when I have to do it. And the good thing is, I guess, is that I'm noticing it, because when I sit down to begin to working on writing content, or especially creating it on a computer, especially when I have to create graphics and different things like that, I find myself working on it for a little bit, and then I'll either start scrolling on social media. If it's on the weekend, I will go and start like washing clothes, or if I hear the dryer go off or something, oh, let me go get this. Oh, and while I'm at it, let me go ahead, fold clothes. I will do everything but do my social media planning for the month, the week. And when I do it, it is so last minute that it's trash most of the time, but I'm getting better at it. So I think one of the things that we probably all fall into the rabbit hole of is that we're trying to do too much at one time. And for me, the crazy thing is I can literally sit here and I can do a YouTube video, I can do a podcast, I can even do live streams now. And at one point, I never wanted to do live streams. But it's actually coming up with the content that I need. So in the beginning, I think I was making it hard because I thought I had to have something different for YouTube, something different for the podcast, and something different for live stream. But now I'm slowly beginning to understand what repurposing content is. So that is what I'm doing, even though I'm creating new content. Also, I've learned recently, I took a frameworks class on how to create my signature frameworks for my programs, and it made a lot of sense when the coach was talking about how you have to go in and you have to begin to create your pillars, and they become, say, the topics that I will cover in my social media content planning. So that has started to slowly make it a little bit easier, but it's actually sitting down and creating it. I don't think there's anything around that to help me with that but myself and getting out of my own way. So why does this always seem to happen? I touched on this earlier. Number one, I always tend to wait till the last minute. Even when I create a content calendar, I still wait for the last minute. However, what I see is that yes, I create a content calendar, but I do not create and plan the time to actually do it. Or sometimes when I do, I'm lying about that. Sometimes I do, and when I do, I'll end up doing something completely different, falling down the rabbit hole of trying to create a graphic for Canva. And I guarantee you, for these YouTube videos that you guys are seeing I'm posting, it's probably going to take me 11 days to figure out what graphic that I want to use as a thumbnail for this video. So go figure, you know. So I do have a pretty decent plan for my podcast. And if you're not listening to the Everyday Icon podcast, I don't know why you aren't. Be sure to click the link below in the bottom because you can listen to it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So be sure to subscribe today. So I have a pretty good plan with that. I usually record those at the end of the month. I record them and then I upload and schedule them out at the end of the month. YouTube, I'm a little slow. I'm a lot of slack in YouTube, even though I can take that same content and record it here for YouTube. And I think what I will do for that is maybe record them both at the same time. So you may see me from time to time sitting in front of my computer while I'm recording my podcast and recording this at the same time and then uploading it that way, because that will probably save me a lot of time. Also, creating the graphics. I am not great when it comes to that. I'm just trying to find basic templates on Canva that I can use so that I can reuse over and over and over again. One of the things that I see a lot of people do is they do photo shoots. So I'm in the process of doing that so I can have photos of me that I can put in my graphics and use them. So I may give us a little bit behind the scenes of me doing that and planning that out. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments below. So my plan is, and here I goes with the word plan, but my plan is to do better at this. So at the end of this video, today is a Saturday, so tomorrow is Sunday. So I'll get up, I'll edit the videos, and I'll put them and schedule them for the month of June. The other thing is for social media. So with that, hopefully I'll be able to create time and do it. Now I'm not to the point where I can create it for an entire quarter. I'm going to try to do it month to month and see how that works and try to build up to creating content for the quarter. I'll let you know how that goes in a future video. Number 2, I try all things instead of doing what works for me. Now, if you are in these internet streets, of course you know you have all these different gurus on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook telling you have to post here, you have to do it like this, you have to post 10 days a week, you have to post 10 times a day, you have to do 20 stories. And that just gets overwhelming and confusing in itself. So I'm learning and kind of forcing myself to stop listening to all of that and just focus on creating good quality content that speaks to my audience, that helps me articulate my value so that I am here so that I can serve the right people. That might be for me posting 2 to 3 days a week. That might be doing a YouTube video a month, keeping up with my podcast on a monthly basis because that's my long form content. And making sure that it's valuable and not janky or trash so that people will see the service that I have and that I'm here to serve, and that will come through my messaging at the end of the day. And that's literally all that I'm here to do. So hopefully I can kind of figure that out along the way and kind of come up with my own schedule that works for me and not what works for everybody else, because what works for you may or may not work for me. So that's number 2. Number 3, not focusing on one platform or learning a platform. So I've never really learned a platform. I've never dug really into Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I am picking one platform. Now I will be posting on other platforms, but I will have one primary platform, and that is actually going to be LinkedIn. over the past few months, I started a job in about a month ago, 2 months ago by the time this video comes out. And I noticed that it's an untapped resource, an untapped market. And I'm starting to see more and more coaches and creators over on LinkedIn. Also, my target audience is on LinkedIn too. So why not move over there? Now, am I still going to be on Instagram and Facebook? Yes, of course. You never want to get those away. But I need to find a home base. And that will be one of my home bases, will be LinkedIn. And then probably secondary will be Facebook, because I'm also in the process of creating a Facebook group. And then of course we have Instagram. This will help me streamline everything that I need to do. And I'll be able to find my voice and learn the analytics of LinkedIn and be able to use it and to position myself in ways and make those meaningful connections, to where LinkedIn, I pretty much use it now just for keeping up with current and former coworkers and finding a job when I need to find a job, or in this last few cases, a job finding me. But to find my target audience and to find who I need to serve, I need to show up on one platform consistently, and LinkedIn will be my choice. And I will keep you posted on that as well, because I think it's an area that a lot of us don't utilize or don't understand the importance of it, because we think it's very businessy, and because it's where coworkers are, because coworkers from my current job, they follow me on LinkedIn as well. But at the same time, I'm underestimating it as to whom I can attract on LinkedIn. And it always goes back to, where is your audience at? One of the places that they're at is on LinkedIn. So that will be my platform for definitely the next quarter and for June. So we're getting ready to go into Q3. So it'll definitely be Q3 and the last month here for Q2 as well. And I can't even believe that we're almost at the end of Q2. Well, Q3 will have to start off with a bang, because I think sometimes I'm behind, even though I'm probably right where I'm supposed to be. So I hope you guys had and enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below what struggles you have as an entrepreneur in building your business, because I'm sure a lot of us are having the same issues, problems, and concerns. And one of the things is, for me, I want to be able to share some things with you to help you and for you to get to know me as well. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.